Time now, so we will start the session. So welcome to everybody. I'm Michel Lara, I'm IBM Cloud Architect, working from 15 years on integration area. So welcome to this session. We will talk about how to build complex API. It's just a session to share my experience. So be free to chat and to ask for question. Um, so it's a good opportunity to talk with you. So I will share some slide, and after that, I will run a lot of a demonstration to illustrate a complex scenario. And so be free to chat, and be free to ask me question. So I will share my screen. Okay. So I expect you can see my slides. Okay. So this is a discussion, as I said, to discuss about how to build complex API. Just some slide to begin. After that, a lot of demonstration, as I said. So this is an integration reference architecture from IBM. So you can find you have some links um, to get access to webinar, to paper on this area. So regarding the API, in this architecture slide, at the bottom, you have the system of record and the first layer of integration to integrate application inside the system of record. So this is the first layer with API catalog, internal API catalog very often. Why API in this layer is to normalize the interface between application to exchange data and services between the application on the system of record. At the next stage, here, so you have the system of engagement, all you need to communicate with your business partner, your customer, with a mobile web application, e-commerce site or something like that. So this is the layer to engage, and a second layer of API and event management to expose external API to this system of engagement with a lot of business logic inside, of course, to a supply chain, to e-commerce site, to customer mobile application, as I said. So traditionally, in our customer, you can find internal API with internal catalog and also external API. API, and not only API, of course, but also event management, because we will see after, we have to manage synchronous API and messages, and asynchronous APIs and messages, both, and some bulk API to make some massive change on data, for example. So this is a short vision, just to say that there is different layer traditionally to manage API. Though with a lot of business logic in this area. Okay. So this, during the last 15 years, the integration and API management perspective has changed from system exposure with traditional centralized API management, because a lot of customers moving from SOA to REST API, to have more normalized, more simple way to expose API in catalog is very easy to use. And now we have an evolution to more decentralized organization, distributed, I would say, with more customer centric, who lots of line of business can have their own catalog, etc. So it's not only a technical approach, but also organizational approach on API, which is quite different. It's not managed in the same way, and this is a lot of change on how to manage and to have a governance on API. and the system of record there is a lot of evolution. 50 years ago, there is on-prem traditional with traditional centralized integration with very often an ESB, ETL, etc., to orchestrate the services. And now you have the system of record, and also cloud SaaS application who need also to have API. So you have to manage the API in very hybrid way, and very distributed organization on-prem, on cloud, on different cloud. So very complex to do, because we have now to have a centralized management and a decentralized execution of API with different gateways, different security, was more difficult to manage in this area that 15 years ago. That's life. But that's very interesting evolution, of course. We change there is a change on organization and also on technical way to do that, of course. So my experience I would like to share with you in when we have to manage complex API and complex flow integration flow, we need a multi-style integration. So what is multi-style integration? As I said previously, you have to have also API management for synchronous flow, traditionally REST API or bulk API also for asynchronous. But also we need also some connector, some integration bus to orchestrate the API. There is different way to do that. You can orchestrate some API internally in the API management system, but also externally from an orchestrator, a broker, an ESB, an ETL with a predefined connector. A lot of customers are adopting SaaS applications like Salesforce, Microsoft Dynamics, and so on, Workday, lots of applications, and lots of customers need also messaging, transactional messaging like MQ, RabbitMQ, etc., but also pub/sub paradigm like Kafka, and a lot of file transfer. So, in fact, when we build a complex application, we have to have all this technology to build complex flow. I will show you an example later, a demonstration with Salesforce, API, Kafka in the same scenario. So we have to orchestrate those flows to monitor them on technical way, of course, but also on business aspect. Is my flow is starting? Is my flow is running correctly? My business flow. So it's not easy to do. And we have to add some orchestration and business logic to implement this flow. So there is several options to do that. Use API management tools to build complex API assembly with business logic. Or use an orchestrator, ESB, an EII, to implement business logic and orchestrate API call separately. And I have a lot of discussion with my customer on this area. How to do that? There is not one answer. I don't try to convince somebody that there is each case has its solution, but we have to think about different ways to do that. That's what the discussion I would like to have with you. So if you are looking for multi-site integration, as I said, we need some application integration with a predefined connector, an orchestrator. As I said, we need also API perspective, also, of course, with from SY exposure and centralized way to decentralized way on API with different governance and organization. And we have also to manage messaging, transactional messaging, point to point, or pub/sub paradigm with Kafka or very traditionally to do that. And when you have to manage integration, is a combination. You have to combine API, orchestration, application connector, and messaging. Of course, in the simple case, you can manage from API management system. You can manage a simple API assembly with a business logic, very light. Inside only the API tool and the API management you have. But there is some cons and pro, and we will discuss about that. And also, just it's not only just to with Arnaud Després, one of my colleagues in the API days in the first day, sorry, this year, we discussed about asynchronous API, async API, with this sort of mix of API and messages. So instead of traditional REST API with an endpoint, in the case of async API, we have some developer portal API manager, like traditional API management tool, but you can directly post on a Kafka broker, so to have an asynchronous API. So with REST API, you make an HTTP call, REST call, and you have an answer. And this kind of API you post directly in a Kafka broker. So you see there is a lot of evolution, and this is a very exciting evolution on to manage async API. So before making the demonstration, just two slides to discuss about how to implement complex API and flows, pros and cons. Those is just try just to find my experience. I'm not sure to go to the right way. It's just my experience. I would like to share with you. So the first one is just to examine the first way to do that is to use API management capability. So the pros is good because we have agility. We have not to talk with other ESB guys or something like that. You are autonomous to do that. It's easy to modify, to test, compared to an ESB flow, which is more difficult to test in my experience. And only API management knowledge is needed. So every now modern solution to manage API have some capability to manage and to make some assembly with different APIs, with business logic to assembly in the API management tools itself. So very easy to do, but the cons, of course, is not suitable for complex business logic with multi-form integration. When we have to combine messaging, API, synchronous, asynchronous way, and a lot of business logic is more difficult to do, of course. And sometimes it's impossible to do. And the business logic can be difficult to maintain inside the API definition. Sometimes the business logic is not on the Swagger, of course, is outside. It's difficult to maintain, difficult to document, difficult to manage and to manage in release. It's difficult to manage the evolution, on this business logic. And the technical monitoring is easy, but the business monitoring is very difficult also to manage on this type of integration. But I don't say that it's not impossible to do that. I think that for basic assembly or basic flow is a good way to do that. And of course, the second solution is to use an orchestrator capability, an SB, an EII, etc. So the pros is suitable for complex multi-style, of course. Synchronous, asynchronous messaging is the same flow. You will see it in several minutes now. The business and technical monitoring is easy because all these type of tools have a built-in capability to monitor on technical view, but also on business view, the complex flow, business flow. Is my invoice has been sent to my customer? This is not a technical staff to manage, and you can manage this type of business monitoring on the ESB very often built-in capability. And the cons, of course, is less agile than an API assembly, and this type of flow need multi-solution knowledge. You have to know API, you have to know messaging, you have to know an ESB. So it's more complex, of course. You need more knowledge, and functional and performance testing could be more complex to manage. So this is, as I said, I don't try to convince, just to share experience. I don't want to convince nothing, and probably the two way to do are suitable depending on the flow you need to implement. So it's just to share with you. So of course, in the IBM solution, you can have every capability I talk about: API lifecycle management, API management system, data integration, application integration to connect to connector. I will show you in few minutes. High speed transfer, file transfer, messaging, and events with MQ to manage transactional point-to-point messaging transaction, and also with Kafka to manage pub-sub paradigm, and a secure gateway, of course, to secure all that. And you can have this kind of solution on SaaS, and also manage in a single OpenShift cluster to have some integration between API, application integration, enterprise messaging, event streaming, integrate together, running on the same cluster. So you can have this solution on SaaS, I will show you, on-prem, individually, or if you want all of this capability, you can get it on an OpenShift cluster on the Cloud Pak for integration, with all this capability coming together to build more complex flow. And you can run this type of platform on IBM Cloud, or AWS, on Microsoft Azure, on Google, on your own cloud, private cloud, of course, on a hybrid way, with some pieces and some cluster on-prem and some cluster on Azure or AWS, because we have some application to integrate on the cloud. Okay. So I would like to stop 5 minutes to get some remark. If you have some remark about what I said, so be free to chat. I'm looking just to chat if you have some questions. So be free to ask for question if you get it, of course. And I'll wait 2 minutes to see if you get some questions. Also be free to ask question, of course. And after that, I will run a complete demonstration scenario to show in detail how we can do that very easy. So if you have no question at this stage, I will continue. And I will show you some demonstration. My colleague, I think Arnaud, is on the call too on Webex. Arnaud, please be free to. Do you want to add something or regarding what I said previously? I don't know. You can talk. Okay, not sure. Arnaud is able to talk, but be free to stop me or to add something, Arnaud. I know in my colleague we are in the same team on IBM. So I would like now. I will run now some demonstration. So this is a scenario. I will show you. This is a flow orchestration This use case is coming for my customer. I have several customers with a very similar scenario. That's why I would like to share it with you. So this scenario is very simple. Coming from Salesforce, you create a contact on Salesforce. Salesforce is a SaaS CRM, very known, of course. And when you make this contact creation, an orchestrator, depending on the name, have two possibilities. This is a very small business logic I will show you. In the name equal to demo, then the orchestrator you see here on SaaS, on IBM Cloud as a service, will call Kafka through an API management to post the first name and last name on the contact. So if all is working fine, we will see on Kafka topic the name and the last name and first name on the contact I will create on Salesforce. Then if the name is different than a demo, I will send this message to an ESB on-prem on my laptop. So it's like on-prem, not on SaaS, on cloud, on-prem to write it in a file on my computer. So as we see, we are really in a hybrid flow with SaaS application, cloud application. On IBM Cloud, you can find the same services on Azure or Amazon. And then locally, so on-prem, from my backend, I can write an information to a file system. So this is the scenario I will show you. Now it's time for action and demonstration. Okay. So the first thing I would like to share is the IBM catalog. So this is IBM Cloud. On IBM Cloud, I show you, this is a public cloud, IBM, so everybody can see all these services on cloud.ibm.com catalog. On this catalog, you can see the integration area with all the capability as a service. API management, App Connect is an orchestrator, an ESB, so you can implement your flow. You have data integration with data stage. You have Event Stream. Event Stream is based on Kafka. It's a Kafka implementation from IBM. You have messaging, MQ, etc. And the good thing is for all this capability, like Event Stream, Kafka. So if you want to build very quickly a Kafka cluster, you have a plan. You have a freemium, so you can test it for free for all this capability. Though I will all the flow I will show you just now is based on the free capability on IBM Cloud. On the flow. Okay. So you can get this capability. So now just a look to the first service with Event Stream. Now this is Kafka managed on IBM Cloud as a service. Donc, I can see also my topic of Kafka is a pub/sub messaging paradigm, very famous. Of course, it's an open source, Apache Kafka, and you can find it as a service on IBM Cloud. Donc, this is my topic. I can post on my topic, and you can have everything to manage, of course, the access to this cluster. So look, just remember this URL to manage my cluster with K026. Okay. So now Kafka, this tool came from a very powerful tool though, with example on Java, for example, to post or to get some messaging. So I will launch the consumer Java application. Just to read on my on my Kafka broker. So now I will do all on live. So I keep my finger crossed. Everything is working. Okay, now there is no message consumed. Okay. Now I will show you how to post a message in Kafka in very simple way. So you can post it from a Java application, and you can post it also for the HTTP interface. So I have I show you just the way to post. Regarding, you remember the URL from access here, K026. So I can do just a post regarding this URL, K25, and with a simple post, I can post a Kafka topic. I will launch it. Okay, so post internal. Okay, I post this topic, and look on my consumer side, I can read this topic immediately. Okay, so this is the offset. This is the offset I just post. Okay, now the second stage is to create an API to post on Kafka, a REST API. So it's very easy to do. I will show you the second. This is IBM API Connect, the IBM API management solution. So in this solution, I create an API here to post on Kafka, just to have a proxy and don't to reference directly my Kafka broker you see previously. So if I see the invoke, you can see here, okay, my endpoint is my Kafka broker with the same name you see previously. The difference now, if I try now to post a message through an API, I have another HTTP post from an API. So the difference between the previous post is now I'm going to post through the API gateway in very secure manner, So now I will send the same thing, and I post through the API gateway to post on Kafka. Okay, I will try it. So post from an API. It works. So this is my offset 1199, and you see the customer part, my consumer part is showing my message immediately. So it works. So regarding the example I show you, this is we see how to post on Kafka, how to make an API to post from Kafka. Now, more difficult, we will see how to orchestrate, okay, the flow from Salesforce with App Connect, so our integration bus, and this bus will call this API. Okay, go on, let's do it. Now, this is IBM API App Connect. IBM App Connect is an IBM solution to manage complex integration. It's an ESB. In this ESB, you can see the catalog with a pre-built connector. We have catalog for Amazon. We have catalog for a lot of solutions, Confluence, Google solution, of course, IBM solution, but Microsoft solution, Marketo, Magento, the NetSuite solution, Salesforce solution, SAP, okay, so Sugar. So there is a lot of solution, Workday, etc. So regarding what is a pre-built connector, if I'm looking on Salesforce, okay, this is Salesforce. We have two very interesting way. You have pre-built events. An event is a trigger. For example, if I create a new account on Salesforce, it will launch the flow into ESB. Okay, so this is trigger Salesforce event who can trigger some and start the flow, and we can also perform action in Salesforce in the other side to create an account or a contact, something like that. So we see this catalog. And now, in this catalog, I have added my I have added the API I have previously make with API Connect to post in record on my Kafka topic. Okay. So we can add your own API to extend the catalog of the ESB. Very important. Now I can manage the flow. So this is a very modern tool with a WYSIWYG way to build your flow without coding. So this is a modern application, of course. Donc, we will see the flow. Okay. So this is the first part of the flow. You have Salesforce. When you create a new contact, if the last name equal demo, I will call my API I have previously built to add last name, first name, etc. So this is the token I need. You see, this is the token I need to secure my connection to Kafka. Okay. So this is the first step. So we will see if it works. Okay. Hop. So this is Salesforce. I will try it. I will create a contact. Okay. New contact. New contact is Mr. Demo. Okay. And I will see now, I will just take a look to my Kafka consumer. Okay. And it works. So you will see now in my Kafka consumer a new record with demo. Okay. So we see just the first case we have implemented. So I create a contact. Okay. The contact on Salesforce fires the trigger and the flow, and my ESB orchestrates the flow and call API Connect or post on Kafka. First step is okay. Now we will see the second scenario. If the contact is different, I will have a file on my own computer. You can imagine. So this is my system of record. I would like to I can fire a complex flow in my backend to publish to some data in a database or something like that. So in very simple way, I will just write a file. How I do that? We take a look to this is the toolkit to manage the flow on my computer locally. It's not on IBM Cloud. It is in my computer. So you can see a callable flow input. Why a callable flow? Because this flow will be called from the ESB with on SAS. And then I will call this flow, write a file, and then a return. Okay. So how I can manage now link this flow on my computer with the bus I have on cloud. So I return to the bus. And how to manage that? You have the capability in App Connect and SaaS to connect your on-prem application with the famous callable flow. To do that, it's very easy. You have to download an agent. You have the way to download an agent on Linux, Mac, Windows. And then you have to test and to connect. This is create a secure connection between my computer and the cloud. And now I get this write to file Okay, this write to file is the flow I get locally on my computer, and now I can call this write to file from my flow here. So I will show you again the flow to implement the second part of the flow. When I create a contact on Salesforce, if the name is different than demo, I will call this callable flow. No, this is my endpoint, and I decide to make a file name demo XML on my /tmp directory. And in my messages, I would like to add the first name and the last name coming from Salesforce. And as you can see, in the introspection of Salesforce, the tool itself to implement the flow is looking for the different field available in my customer Salesforce and asks me just to click to add this file. Very, very easy to do. It's like to do this scenario is 10 minutes more. So it's very, very easy to do. Okay. Now we will test it. We will test it again to test the second part. Returning on Salesforce, I will create a new contact. No demo, of course. Donc, so API is okay. I keep my finger crossed. Joking. Okay. And now, if I return to my computer, if I look to /tmp, see, this is just to look at time. Okay. Okay, this is the time, and now look at the content of the file, an XML file. Okay, so I have API days in my file. Okay. So in this simple scenario, what I done and so you can see a basic flow, but is not so basic because you mix. This is a very hybrid flow with Salesforce SaaS application Salesforce with some application on IBM Cloud as a service. So you have also SaaS services application to manage a Kafka cluster, to manage your API, and to manage complex flow with an orchestrator and with the connector you saw on Salesforce. And you see also the way to call some flow or capability to call some flow you have on-prem in your system of information with data, etc., application services to connect it with some flow you have on the cloud and on SaaS. So this scenario is very common with all my customers adopting some some SaaS solution like Salesforce, Workday, SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, etc., and so on, of the application you saw in the connector. And this is an easy way so to integrate SaaS application with your on-prem application using this application as a service. And as I said previously, all the services I use for this demonstration coming from the freemium wave on the IBM catalog. You have all this capability in the integration in the IBM catalog on the integration area with the API Connect capability, App Connect capability with all the connector you saw before, Kafka, cluster, etc. So all was done. So it's very easy for a customer or a IBM business partner to build a POC, a demonstrator for your customer using IBM Cloud and all these services, starting immediately without installing nothing, and you can build complex flow. So what I try to do is to show you how to manage complex flow with integration capability we have. So we have some, of course, as I said previously, all this capability are available on SaaS. You can acquire individually each capability. Some customers said, I want only API or I want only messaging. Okay, it's possible. It's possible also to install Office capability on traditional way on VMware, for example, on your system of information. And also, you can have all this capability in a OpenShift cluster. So I will show you now the interesting way to have all this capability. So this is the OpenShift cluster. Before coming on this area, I would like to stop again 2 minutes to see if you have some question about what we saw just previously. So be free to chat. Be free to chat if you have some question about what we saw previously. I can wait a minute just to see if you have some question before showing you all this capability in the integration way on OpenShift cluster. Okay. So no question is okay for you. So I will continue and I will show you now all this capability in an OpenShift cluster. So this is OpenShift, Red Hat OpenShift. As you know, IBM acquired Red Hat 2 years ago. And we build now our capability, all IBM capability based on OpenShift. So we have made some re-engineering on all our solution to be containerized, and all is available on container form now. And this is OpenShift. You are on the catalog, OpenShift catalog. You can have different solution. I think I have to. Well, okay, I have to refresh. So you can have lots of solutions in the catalog with open source and non-open source way. For example, if I try to type API, you can see Freescale, the Red Hat API management solution. You can see a different solution here, WSO2, as you probably known, lots of API solution, and of course, you have IBM API Connect install. So you can install with OpenShift operator very easily some application. You have to click on the operator to install it. So it's already installed. You can install or uninstall in a single click all this solution in this catalog. And also, so to have all this capability together, we have a meta operator. So IBM integration pack. Okay. Choice here. Is also it's because yeah, okay. So you have a meta operator with IBM integration pack, and somewhere in the catalog. Is also IBM integration pack. Okay. And on this meta operator, you can install all the capabilities together. So this is, for example, all these capabilities here. Donc in the same administration way, you can find API management solution, my Kafka cluster install. You can have messaging. You can have all the solution I have mentioned before. The integration bus, API, Kafka. Okay. All is ready. all is ready to be used and to be managed. It's very easy to deploy all this solution from a project, for example, on pre-production, non-production way. It's very automatized. We make a lot of effort to make very easy to deploy it. So you have a single single way to manage user, a single administration to all the solution, and some capability, cross capability to manage asset repository with some assets coming from API. So I can find my API here, my API definition, my flow definition also, and I have some, and also I have the capability to synchronize this repository to my GitHub, for example. So this is an API, and you can see the Swagger. And this API, you can see here the Swagger. You can see on the graphical way or on, you can see the Swagger himself on code way. And this Swagger is synchronized from with my GitHub. So a lot of capability, a lot of ways to manage very easily a Kafka topic to deploy it. Okay. So I will not spend a lot of time because I encourage you to contact us later if you're interested to have a more deeper, demonstration on this capability working together. And so this is our API management solution. So you can easily manage your API, all the lifecycle, etc. So I don't want to spend more time to detail all these capabilities, just to show you that, as I mentioned, all these are available on SaaS, on IBM Cloud, or as a service. You can take this capability separately or together and manage it also together in an OpenShift cluster. And this will help you, of course, and you can try it also. So this will help you, of course, to manage complex API, as we said, with multi-form management. I will say at the beginning, mix to have a mix or messaging API, synchronous or asynchronous API, and application connection and orchestration working together to manage complex scenario, complex flow. Okay, so I hope I will stop now my presentation to take your question. Okay, as I said, it's a discussion to share my experience to build some complex flow. So I hope this was interesting for you. You have my coordinate here. If you want to contact me with a more precise question or to have a more deeper presentation of this type of solution, of course, we are available to answer to you. So back to the chat, just to see if you have some question. So it will be I will be pleased to answer to that. So don't hesitate. And as I said, if you have some question, be free to contact us. And I hope it was an interesting experience for you. So I will wait 1 minute just to see some question coming. And if there is no question, so thank you very much for your attention. And I wish you a good last way with the API Connect event. So thank you very much for everybody, and have a good day. Bye-bye.